Hello! Wow, it's been some time. Random reading. Here we are again. Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Captain Jack Frost. Someone could have won something. Winning or losing? Am I going to win or am I going to lose? Something about I've lost someone. Something about my boy. I lost my boy. This just came up on my Patrons. I lost my boy. Someone could have physically lost a person. Someone could have just deceased. A deceased loved one could have it came up in a couple of 3 readings on Patreon. Sorry guys, I channel a load of stuff and then I'll talk afterwards. But I just lost a boy, or I just lost my boy, I just lost someone. Okay, so it could be a parent, grandparent, a situation. But one of the messages that are coming through for a lot of you is that I've just lost someone. Okay, now there is another message here. I've just lost a load of money. Okay, and I'm trying to find some money and I've just lost a load. But that was also someone that is going to a casino quite a lot. Sharon or Stone, or someone from called Sharon or Stone, or you've got gallstones or something like that, or a gallbladder, and I literally just lost my gallbladder. Or I have bladder problems, something around weeing and passageway, but there was a lot of signs of cancer. Something to do with a Cancerian, a life path 7, or the signs of cancer. But you have to be on my Patreon to know that. But the channel messages are coming through as that. So there are a lot of signs of certain things that are kind of going on that are probably medical. Okay, I'm also hearing Michael Medical, Michael Medical, Medical Michael, or Michael, or Misha, or Mika Collins, Michelle Collins. Colon. Okay, so there's something to do with colon cancer, or the colon, like passing blood or something, or like colon, like posterior kind of energy. It's the same messages that have come up on my Patreon accounts, on my account, Patreon, but like posterior. So there is something about passing blood, or passing a gallstone, or passing a stone, or something to do with the bladder itself. Right now, I don't know if it's passing stone, or if it's passing blood, or it's just passing and it's kind of going. Okay, flowing. Some of you could have diarrhea, or something going on around the pancreas, like, or the gallbladder, or the bladder, or stones, or kidney stones, or something like that. There seems to be a message there for a lot of you, collective. Not all messages are going to relate to everybody. Definitely, well, they wouldn't never really relate to everybody, but definitely when I'm doing a collective energy. But yeah, bladder, gallbladder, blam, Pam. I'm hearing Pam, Pamela, Pam. Yeah, so I don't know what that's going to relate to you. Like, health-related problems seem to be going on in this reading. So anyway, we'll call that quits. Witten, Mandy, Witten, Heard, Amber. Anyway, let's go on. So, collective reading. How you doing, everybody? So we're going to look into a few cards for all the channeled stuff. By the way, if you're a fan of the channel and you've been following for a while, all of your channeled stuff, like I normally do, and all of your readings, they're all on Patreon. Okay, I will explain towards the end for people that just find it so you don't get bored, or if you're wondering where the readings have been and stuff, you'll really need to be on the full access bundle of weeklies and monthlies there. Okay, so random reading for everybody. Any general messages of what people want to know as a random reading for everybody, please. So something about the boy, my boy, my boy, my boy. Okay, I don't know what it is around siblings, brothers or sisters, or a boy, but this could be a boy. It could be a brother or a mother. Well, it could be your mother that's focused on your brother, or it could be a mother from another brother. I don't know, but I'm hearing my brother. Okay, my brother, my brother, my brother, my brother. And it's affecting my mother as well. So I don't know if there's anything going on around siblings, okay, where there is a child that seems to be affected by something or has an infection. Okay, so I'm also hearing some of you might have an infection, and that could be to do with what I'm picking up, like down below, like an infection, like a urine infection or a gallbladder or something like that, where I'm hearing my child could be going through something that has an infection. Okay, so I don't know what it is. It could be anything of an infection, but I definitely keep hearing that for a lot of you. It's obviously going to relate it to family, but through the messages and through the cards, it's kind of telling me that, okay, that there's someone in the family that has some kind of, I don't know if it's an infectious disease, if you can get infected by it, or if it's just something that you have, okay? But it might be something that you're checking out, because this person's kind of very intrigued into what it is that, I need to find out what it is that's kind of going on with me, because at the moment I really don't feel very stable. So I really need to start looking more into what this could possibly be. Now, we've got quite a few messages coming through collective here. For a lot of you, you really could be just dealing with like a new person and they're very intrigued. You could have a lot of friends and family around you at this time if someone's in need, okay? Because I'm also hearing a friend in need is a friend with weed, and a friend with weed is better, but a friend with breasts and all the rest, with your life dressed in leather, or Heather, or Haley. Yeah, I don't know if there's some sort of like kinky thing going on here. Other messages, sorry, quite a few coming through. So let's look at what I'm also feeling through someone analysing a circumstance that may be of an illness that could be hereditary, that could have been passed through like the brother, the mother, the sister, daughter, and is it like something that I may have caught from this? Well, it's something that I may have caught from someone. Okay, so some of you might have had like a one-night stand or something here, like a one-night stand, and you could have caught something from someone. It doesn't have to be these people, okay, because this could be Leo, Aquarius, Life Path 8s, could be anybody, multiple messages, brother, sister, first ones, but there's also something here of a disease, and I don't know if any of you may have picked something up, you may have picked it up, okay, or picked a message up, or I've just picked up a signal, nanu, I know more than what you think, okay, but I may have picked something up when I had intercourse with someone, because all I keep picking up is like an infectious disease or a disease centre, or a gallbladder or wee infection or something like that, but I picked something up. You see, it says it in the card straight up. It does what it says on the tin. So some of you are trying to look into like tin fruit. I'm also hearing tin fruit, or tin can alley, Alison, Abigail, Abby, heard, Amber. But have you heard? So this might be where friends and people are now starting to find out, where someone says, look, have you heard? Have you heard the news? 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 Johnny Depp won? What do you know? But like, have you heard? Have you heard? So it's being spread, like word of mouth is being spread. Something else is being spread. Someone could be very easily laid and someone's spreading something. It might not be butter. Or it could be, I'm going to open you up like a fucking tin of beans, Evie. Some of you are on a diet and you're looking into things where you might be dieting, and you're doing a load of research of stuff that's going to give you more energy. This would also be strength. So there was a lot of health related things that have been on my patrons. If you're not part of my patron, man, you really need to be on there, because you don't get them on here so much anymore. But I'm hearing that I need to look more into things that are going to make me feel more alive. Now, some of this, like I said, it could be an eating disorder where I'm trying to get more fit and I need to start to go walking and I need to walk more. But it might be where some of you are suffering through like some kind of, which is what I get really, down the side here, sciatica, because I'm hearing cyanide or suicide. I don't know if there's suicide watch, or like on my side, like there is someone by my side, someone that's very loyal, or Laura, Louise, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn. But also here there is something of sciatica and a sciatic nerve, where it might be where someone needs to start exercising and walking and stretching this leg here in order to gain strong and strength, to be able to build up dexterity. So for a lot of you, you might be going out or needing to go out walking more, okay, in order to build up strength if you're feeling weak. Now, because of Patron and also messages that are here, for a lot of you. I'm hearing that there might be an eating disorder, okay, and it might be because what I'm consuming is not enough, because it's only a very small little thing look there. So it's not enough of what I'm eating, so I'm lacking in energy because I'm not eating enough, okay, or am I eating too much and need to have less, okay, more or less, but y'all really need to watch the Patrons. But more or less, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn, Louise, Elle, Liz, Linda, Belinda, hello Linda and Belinda, how you doing? This could be a brother or a sister. It could be someone that keeps checking up all of the time on a person. Could be an Aquarian or a Leo. Could be a friend of mine or yours. But I'm just checking up, checking in, just making sure that everything's okay. Are you okay, lovey? Is everything okay? Are you feeling any better now? And you're like, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit like myself now. But please shut your mouth because I don't want anyone else to know yet. So, so yeah, you've kind of got this like, well, we're starting to find out now because at least you told me. But can you tell me the truth because I need to know what's coming from this Leo energy here. I think this is like the last random reading I did, guys, wasn't it? Right, where we went into like an hour's worth of reading in 2 cards. So we've got another one here. So again, there you go. It's relating a lot to what I've just been saying. Feeling weak, feeling tired, feeling drained. This is also what I've been talking about a lot on the, well, a lot of different tiers. But the teaching tier is still going ahead. Any of you guys, please, I hope you like the teaching tier because I'm going to be doing a load of videos. I've got loads of channel stuff that's coming out for the teaching tier. But I will tell you about it at the end if you are unaware of me teaching channeling and tarot cards and stories and predicting future and everything else. How, what's, where and when. And there's multiple videos that will go on there. But this is exactly what it says on the tin. Someone feels drained and tired now. I've just been also I'm looking for a diagnosis of bipolar. So the reason why any of you are wondering why I've cut down on YouTube so much is because I'm trying to cut down on food because I have bipolar. Okay, now I've not been diagnosed, but it's obvious that I do. I'm going to a mental health. This is all mental energy because it's swords. Okay, so a mental health clinic to look into what it is that you may have going on that makes you feel so tired. Now, for any of you out there that suffer through what I do, which is bipolar, you can have 3 manic days, a little bit like now where I'm channeling like fuck and I'm getting loads of work done. Okay, but then within a couple of 3 days or 4 days, 1, 2, 3 or 4 days, you might have a period where you are feeling extremely low, tired and exhausted because you have exhausted and spent all of your energy. Or, so now we're going into spent all of my money and I've overspent my money and now I have to save. So I can't do anything. I'm just going to have to stay at home, not really go out because I don't have any money unless I tap up someone else, which might be a parent or a situation of sibling. You've also got an energy here of a... because of an eating disorder or an influctuation of brain activity, okay, it might be where I'm needing to slow down because I could have things like bipolar that lead to eating disorders, that lead to sleep apnea and sleep deprivation, not being able to get enough rest because I have sleep apnea, that is followed, that comes in turn with bipolar, and that also is like spending habits, indulging in all kinds of stuff because I feel very high and then I feel very low, very high, very low. Okay, so you kind of got that. So if any of you are not looking into mental health, you may need to do that because there could be signs of some kind of like depression, needing to find strength in order to be able to be motivated to do anything. Okay, because I may not have any motivation. It might be because I'm not exercising at all. I'm not. What Spirit is saying is that you need to, because it does actually help sciatica. If any of you out there are like me that suffer through sciatica, okay, my advice would be get something to attach to the foot and stretch the leg. Okay, but you know you can do that. I'm sure you know if you have got sciatica, you know how fucking painful it is. But there is that needing to do it in order to be able to find strength again, to be able to go out. Stop staying in and go out and get some vitamin D, okay, and all that kind of stuff. Get some sunlight because you may be just like a corpse here. Okay, now we do have another channel message that seems to be coming through where it could be awake or an awakening or awake that you are invited to. Really? You won't be invited to awake? Well, that's a little bit of a strange way of putting it. Okay, there could be awake here. Okay, where some of you have got to go to church in order to be able to put someone to rest. Okay, it might be a brother or a sister or someone that has been ill for quite some time, and this is laying someone to rest. Okay, were they that way? Oh, I don't know. It really doesn't matter. I'm hearing that though as a message. Oh, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Oh dear, what can the matter be? B, a BB gun down, gun 3 guther. That came up as channeled stuff. Somebody was gunned down. Well, that was in Britain. Something happened, I think. Gunned down. I'm hearing gun down or gun 3 or guther. Gunthorpe. Someone could be from a place called Gunthorpe. Okay. Or Thorpe, Robin, Robert, Robin, Rob. Thorpe, Robin Thorpe, I know Robin Thorpe. Robin Realms, you're right. Robin Thorpe Wood. Thought, you know what Thought did? Thorpe Avenue or Thorpewood. It's kind of like some of you might be going to a place and you're thinking about going to a place for relaxation, like a woods or something like that where there are trees and so, or trees are green. Did you know trees are green? Did anybody get that? It's also a name, and trees are also green. But anyway, let's move on. Yeah, so some of you might be thinking about going to somewhere like Thorpewood or Robin Hood, like Robin Hood country, and I'm going to eat a lot of peaches. You might be eating a peach or a lot of fruit, I'm also hearing. Eating peaches, unless your name is Peaches, with a bouffant perm. Let's see. That hated upon me at one point but still sits in the background there watching the messages. You're right, Peaches. Can you remember when you left a very narky comment? I can't stand you. But I still find this very intriguing part that I have to watch. Because I like the messages, but just not when you talk about yourself. Oh, let's see. There was another one as well. Why do you keep talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? Because I did comment, it's my channel. That's why. Because it's called Channeling Collective Messages of people that are going through things. Celebrities are also human beings. They do also have access to YouTube. Whether they watch it or whether they don't, it's still called a collective channeled message of what is going on in their sign that could relate to any of you, but you would need to be on the teaching tier to know. But man, sticklers, right? Let's see. You just people float around tarot readings. And they don't know what channeling is, and they hear it and they're like, well, what a load of fucking bollocks that is. I really don't understand. Where's my cup and fish? Just get on with the cup and fish. Let's see. Random reading for everybody. What we got going on? What's going on? Well, I know more than you think, Steve or Stephen, but I know more than you think. There could be a lack of concentration here, like trying to concentrate on something, okay? I'm also hearing concentrate, like, why do I keep hearing, like, orange and lemon, concentrate? Like, cordial, we call it here. I don't know what you call it in different countries, but like cordial, which means like orange, lemon, okay? And it's like real, like, a little bit like when you vape, okay? When you vape. Some of you could work for a vape shop. You're right, Michelle. But you work in a vape shop, and when you get the liquid, you put it in, it's physically like concentrate, like it's just pure, okay? And then you put nicotine in it, and it kind of weakens it down a little bit. So for some strange reason, what I'm picking up is something to do with orange and lemon, cordial drink, and then you put water in it. I don't know why that is, but some of you might be drinking water, or like some kind of flavouring in water to make it more pizzazz, is what, you know, that kind of stuff. Give it a bit of pizzazz. What's hearing? Zap or Zeppelin? Led Zeppelin or Zappa? Frank Zappa? Frankfurter? Some of you are giving up the sausage. Could be dealing with a Capricorn Or like Frankfurter. Can I be Frank as long as I can be Mandy? Can I be frank with you? You listen, sweetheart, you can be whoever you like, but if you want to call yourself Frank and you're a girl, then damn. Frank. Can we call it Frank? Somebody is going to give birth to a boy here. I don't know if it's in the family, but that came up in on Patron where someone was trying. I just did it. What was it in? Aries, which is Scorpio Aries, I think it was. Trying to, because Aries is a 4, life path 4, Scorpio Aries. It came up in that reading. Trying to think of the name of something, and it was all to do with the name of a brand, the name of a person, or I'm trying like pop quiz, and I keep doing quizzes trying to think of what names are, or I'm looking for names, like putting names in a hat and trying to pick one out and think, okay, what should we call it? And the unfortunate thing is that Steve kept coming up, and it kept saying, call Steve. Call Steve. I must call Steve. And then I was thinking, that's me. Right? And then something came up where it was like, oh, you're going to call it Steve. Like, so someone might be calling a child Steve. Why not? It's a good name. I'm called Steve. But like, my Uncle Steve. Okay, so here we go. I'm hearing my Uncle Steve. I need to call my Uncle Steve. Or call Steve. Call Steve. Call it Steve. For God's sake, call Steve or call it Steve. Okay, so some of you might be calling this child Steve or Neve. Oh, Neve. Okay, Neve, Steve. Neve, naive, Neve, Steve. Call Steve. I need to call Steve to see if he'll look after the grandchild or the child. Of course I will, Neve. But like, I need to look at Steve and call Steve to ask him something, or we're going to call this child Steve. I'm very good with children, me. I used to work with kids, but I love kids as long as I can kind of like, there you go, give them back, Anyway, let's see. Random reading for everybody. And then I've got to get on with some teaching stuff. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. You've got Mandy and Mandy. If I can call you Mandy, will you call me Pandy? So somebody's in a same-sex relationship here. Someone's banging at your back door, Jim. Someone's looking to see where they can shove this pentacle, really. God, where can I put that pentacle? Can I invest that into you, Queen of Cups? You can invest that wherever you like. So someone's looking to invest. Or looking under a vest. You can't vest from Germany or something like that, and you're under a vest. Or it's under your vest. Really? Under a rest? Or under your breast. Oh, okay. It could be something of like it's under your breast. If you're looking for it, I don't know if there's like breast cancer or something here, but I'm looking for... There we go, teaching. I'm looking for something. It's right there, but it is under my breast here. Okay. So I'm hearing it might be under the breast that you might be looking for. I don't know if it's lumps or you're basically just like checking up on something or someone and you're just like checking for lumps. Collective Tarot. Jesus, the three queens. I mean, what is this, Jesus and the disciples or what? We've changed the book now. The disciples were actually all women. They weren't men at all. They were actually... Well, how do you know? Were you there? No, well, it says it in a book. But were you there? Did you not know that all the women were disciples? Can you prove that? Yes. I have his flip-flop. Why would the disciples not be women? Answer that one. Or were they? Fuck, I don't know. I've never read it. But again, is there a Jesus freak here? I don't know. But like, what were the disciples? Men or women? And if they are all men, then why are they not women? Because free women? Is this the Free Housewives or something? Sludfest? That's the trouble with having a collective reading, man. Y'all can never tell who these people are. This has just changed the scenario. So you've got the Queen and you've got the King. Pip pip. Could be watching the Jubilee or you've watched the Jubilee. Hello dear. Okay, this is the King and the Queen. They should be together. Somebody's got the eye on the Queen and then somebody's got the eye on the King. So there's a fire sign that is with a King of Cups, more than likely. That is the counterpart. And the odd one out is the Queen of Pentacles, because she's looking down and trodden energy. Oh man, y'all got to see it from this angle. How do you read cards, Steve? You look at multiple different reasons, but you would need to be on the teaching tier. The Queen of Cups is the counterpart to the King. That's the King and the Queen. The Queen of Wands is looking directly over to the King of Cups, which means that this King and the Queen being a counterpart, that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This air sign or fire sign could be the one that is with this one, okay, which is a counterpart of this one, okay. So that's how I'd kind of start to work that out. And then the odd one out that isn't really looking at anybody is the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Possibly. So that could be single. Now, the thing is that I've just done the readings, finished them all over on Patreon. There was this energy that came up twice that was on the aspect of like, well, I'm walking away. And what I started to do on the teaching stuff is that you can say that you are physically walking away, but you can't metaphysically walk away, because metaphysics is a part of time, just like it is a spirit or a ghost. It means that you can't see it, you just feel it, okay? You can't walk away from a feeling, okay? That's the trouble, because I could rip out my feeling and say, listen, everybody, can you please rip your feeling out of your gut, open your hands, and what have you got? Well, you wouldn't know, for one, because you would be dead. And two, you wouldn't do that anyway, but if you did, it would basically just be full of blood and guts, okay? So what is a feeling? It's created by the mind, and it is created by darkness. It was called, this is a thing called love, by the darkness, right? So love is just a feeling, it's momentarily, okay? Or Lee, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn, okay? Created by the darkness. So it could be dark thoughts, obsessive thoughts, but metaphysically, physically, this person had a 10 of swords and then followed by a 9 afterwards. But one of the cards clarified here, in the dark, behind the shadows of the dark reading, it was, I'm walking away. But like I was trying to teach people, it just says it on the tin. It is literally a card. Followed by another card, which was, I'm walking away, I have walked away, but you can't metaphysically walk away because they went back to a 9 energy, which is denial. I think I can walk away physically, which you can, but you cannot ever metaphysically walk away, because a soulmate or a soul leaves a stain on your soul. It leaves an impression, a good one and a bad one at the same time. So it's a memory. What's a memory? Again, take your hand, shove it through your head, pull out a memory. What does it look like? You wouldn't know because you would be dead. So what is inside of your head? Nothing. You're an airhead. So we like a bit of a laugh on here, don't we? But anyway, if you like all that sort of nonsense and different ways of looking at stuff and education and teaching you, if you like that, okay, no, I am not a life coach. I will not be able to transform your life. I'll just be able to expand your mind, okay, and teach you a lot of things. I'm a teacher. I am not a life coach, okay? I do not want other people's lives in my hand, thank you. If I did, I would be a hospital. I'll be a nurse and a doctor, and I am not that. So, let's see. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, what kind of vibe is that giving off? I understand you better now. I've been standing here with this pentacle in my mind, going over it, analysing it, realising that now I kind of understand, but very slowly understand. I'm learning, basically. I'm learning and I kind of get it now. Okay, it's slowly starting to sink in that there is more to tarot than just reading a card. Right? There is. Trust me, it is. It's also who you are, how you speak, how you relate to it, how you give over messages of actual real life circumstances, not actually just looking at a card and reading it, realising there is more to channeling and everything else. Okay, there's a lot involved. There's a lot of energy and substances in learning. Okay, but I understand better now. I'm starting to learn something. Okay, learn about my partner. Okay, learn about what I want. The Strength card. I was careless with you. Careless whisper. It might be because someone didn't speak up and say anything, which would be intimidation. Why is that? Because of lack of courage. No courage can come across as what? A 9 of Wands. Okay. No courage, no strength, no motivation comes across as very confusing to other people when you don't have courage. Because the other person will think that you don't have any strength or courage, motivation to speak or say anything. So another person can start to think, what's wrong with me then? You know, what's wrong with me? If you won't come towards me, what's wrong with me? You know. So like shyness and bashfulness and all that sort of stuff is really just 7 dwarves. So anyway, I understand you better now. I was careless with you. I realised that I made a careless mistake. What was that careless mistake? Well, you didn't imagine it. So is it John Lennon? John, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine? I was careless with you. You didn't imagine it. And I'm starting to now understand that we may have had a connection in the past, or we do have one. So you didn't imagine it. You know, we do have it. Like I said, it could be a new person, if you can see. This leading card is fresh, new soulmate. So you could have met someone new. Okay, and someone saying, well, I learned by my past mistakes. Just do not walk into anything where you are afraid of it. Because if you are afraid, then you are afraid not. And you would relate to sacrifice, which is Pisces. Capricorn, Pisces. Jesus. The resurrection. Afraid not. Okay. I'm afraid of being rejected. I'm afraid of what they will say if I ask. I'm afraid of what the turnout will be. I'm afraid of the future. If you're afraid of anything, what will happen and what will you be? Afraid. Afraid not. So what would you be? Stuck, doing nothing, saying nothing, being mute, not going out with anyone, not prepared to look or go out with anybody because you would expect it all to come to you. Okay, so what would you come up as? A selfish. Okay, Jesus. Not saying that Jesus was selfish. I don't know. I never knew him. But again, on a cross, I'm just here in the card, right? Getting cross, not doing anything. 4 of Swords, kind of vibration. I don't need your approval. I can do what I want, bruv. You don't need to tell me. I tell you. You know what I do. Hey, calm down. You know, hey, they do, don't they don't? No, they don't. Oh, do they? Oh, no, they don't. Oh, do they? They love me not. They do, they don't. They do, they don't. I don't even know if they do, or if they don't. They could be cold-headed, and if they are cold-headed, they don't know. I don't even know, because I haven't even asked, and I don't know because they do, they don't. And if they don't, then they do. But what do I do? Well, I ask. That's pretty much what you do. But anyway, I don't need your approval to tell me what I could do, because my name's Teddy, and I'm a Scouser. So, I don't know. I don't need your approval to tell me what I can and can't do. Thank you, Chantel. Okay, no, I shan't tell. I shan't tell. Look, can I tell you something in secret? Yeah, what is it? Well, you're not supposed to tell anyone. Okay, I won't. Just don't tell a Gemini. But anyway, I don't need your approval. Why do they not need an approval to take a break? Because I wish you would come back. Again, someone's up in the denial state of mind. I don't need your approval to say that I can walk off, or if I can or whether I can't. I don't need your approval. I wish you would come back, though. Cinderella. I mean, just put some new shoes on and be Alice. Queen of Cups. I wish you would come back into my life. I focus on you instead of my pain. Oh dear, again that came up where someone was very over emotional, they broke up or something, and I focused more. See, again, man, that came up as a very confusing energy. Because it was to do with recovery and everything else that I've banged on about that no one ever listens to until they go it through themselves, whether it be drug, alcohol, obsessive thoughts, or themselves. It was a lot to do that came up in a Capricorn reading. It was about a power play of the Emperor and the Empress. And someone just refused to budge and give over their ego and refused to budge. And what they concentrated on was themselves too much. Okay, too much. Which means that, oh, I'm not recovered. I'm thinking about my past trauma. My ex-boyfriend, my ex-girlfriend, my brother, my sister, my daughter, my past life regression. I'm focusing that much on the past that I could possibly not be recovered in any state of mind to be able to not see danger ahead of me. Okay, so like a drug addiction. Okay, eventually you have to be recovered, because when you go outside, okay, you will more than likely bump into loads of different people. Or if you go to a rehabilitation centre, what is in a rehabilitation centre? Loads of ex-addicts that are trying to do what? Recover, like you. If one domino falls, what happens with the rest of them? You all relapse, you all follow the herd. So stop following Amber Heard. But anyway, so you all follow the leading energy. Oh, you need to be on the teaching too. You need to follow the leading energy with confidence, okay? Which means I can do it by myself. Because if someone falls, everybody starts to sell out. So eventually I need to know that I am recovered, that I don't need to keep going to NA or AA. Because if I do, I am basically reliving the same nightmare over and over and over again. Now, for some people, that does work. I'm not telling anybody to stop doing that. But when it comes to recovery, eventually to not see it, you have to not think it. So to not think it, to not actually see it at all, you have to not be thinking about it. That's fear. That's anxiety, panic attacks. You do it easily because you're not thinking about it. Okay. So I focused on you instead of my pain, which means that someone was draining someone by not moving, not doing anything. Okay. And I was focusing that much on you that I actually didn't do anything. You know, I focused on you instead. I scared myself that day. I mean, what scared you? Oh my God, I'm going to lose my DM, my DF. That scared me to death. Really? It's just a connection. Queen of Pentacles. I know we have a soul connection. Yeah, I've got soulmates all up and here floating around. Excuse me. I just burped on national television. I know we have a soul connection. Do you? I know we have a soul connection. What kind of soul connection is that? You are not part of my plan. This person doesn't know what the fuck they do. They know that they have a soul connection, but they're also at the same time giving off a vibration of, you are not part of my plan. Stan, God knows. They know they have a soul connection, they're just not doing anything about it. It came up as a Capricorn energy, okay, in other readings, where it was the donkey, the pentacle, the Knight of Pentacles, refusing to budge, refusing to do anything, refusing to move, motivation, okay, strength, courage, motivation, like energy, moving, physically, not metaphysically, because a lot of the monthlies, a lot of the weeklies, and also on Patreon, it was mainly around people wanting metaphysical connections, but not physical connections. So metaphysical connections drain the life force out of you because they are not physical. They are not there. They are not real. Okay. They seem real, but they come across as convincing. But if someone doesn't prove things with actions, then you get a liar because it's not been proved to be real. You have to see it in the physical to believe it. Okay. If it isn't, it's all metaphysical. So what you had was a lot of earth sign energy that was refusing to budge or move or go anywhere. To move in, move out, move at all. Okay, because they wasn't, now they're left in a state of, I know we have a soul connection, but you are not part of my plan. So that could be the response. Okay, could it be like a momentarily lapse of reason? I relapsed. Okay, I basically went back to the dark side, Luke. Or I went back to the dark side. I tried to focus on light energy, and I had a light energy to focus on, which was the future of the Two of Cups. But I went more towards the dark side, which was lack of strength, lack of motivation, all the things that came up through the channel stuff and readings of eating disorders, lack of attention, lack of motivation, lack of listening to one's intentions, of own intuition of knowing what I should do with action. I didn't take any, and what I got was nothing, okay, because I didn't do anything. You can't manifest metaphysics with no action, because what you get in the end is nothing. That's what you manifest at the beginning. That's why manifesting with action is so important, to take it right away. That's an opportunity. It's there, bam, I know what I want, I have it. You need an Aries placement. Okay, so bam, there it is. I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going. Bam, the answer is yes, there it is. If not, and you manifest too long, what you get is nothing, because you've got no action to prove it. And that's why a lot of twin flames or connections, they kind of wonder why the fuck it goes wrong, is because you need both of you to take action straight away. You need a chart that shows you action, okay? So you need fire placements as well. You need the energy of like, well, no, I like you, I want you, let's go out, let's do this. Yes, not, oh, maybe sort of, I don't know, kind of, maybe, I don't know, maybe slow, go, stop, no, kind of. You know, obviously that's confusing. To an energy of manifestation, it's very confusing because spirit has no fucking idea what you want. So the more you keep hanging back, not getting started, not doing anything, you come up with afraid not. You get told in the end, no, it gets taken from you. Sacrifice. It's a game of halves. It's a chess move. Okay. Queen of Wands. I hope I will see you again sometime. There's a song there, I think. When will I see you? I hope I will see you again sometime. So someone hopes to see the person again at some point. What is the King of Cups? Is I am not coming back. You've got, I mean, they're fucking cards, bruv. But again, you've got mixed messages coming from Queen, King. You've got, I am not coming back. I hope I will see you again, but how do I know if no one's talking or speaking? And then if you're all in third-party energies, it's going to be very difficult because these are all elementary. Okay. Elementary, dear Watson, meaning you have to be quite intelligent to know. But elementary, so elements. So within the fire, I think is the one that holds the most. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries 4, Scorpio, life path. Leo, Aquarius 8, life path. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius 5, Taurus. The reason this doesn't is because it has a Virgo placement, which is a life path 9. Doesn't relate to any other star sign. Okay. And then obviously Queen, which is Cancer, life path 7, Scorpio, 4 Aries here. Okay. Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 3 on its own. Divisible by, sweet Eve. That's just a bit of a, you know, if you want to know more, you need to hopefully help me survive and join Patreon. Trust me, when you get at this point, it will open up a whole new world of a paradox of where you'll just kick your bin over. But like, it will open up a whole new world of being able to understand. So the strength card with the tarot now. So what's the strength card here for? 2 of Cups. Someone has a 2. What do you do with a number 2? Flush it or go to bingo? 2. 2 little ducks. So someone has a metaphysical connection, possibly with someone that has a connection. Could be a Leo or an Aquarian. 2, 1 or from 1. What's the Page of Pentacles here? Page of Pentacles is a 7 of Wands. So, unfortunately, when will I see you again? Never. Or I will, but I will not let you in. Well, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in because I am a 2 of Cups and I am here to save you from your worst nightmare. I know I can save you from this person. They are not meant for you. You are not meant to be together. We are. You know, yeah. So that's going to be a part of your karma there, because that's a part of growth and learning of metaphysics that you can't see. And if you can't see it, what can you not do? Walk away from it. So it pulls you back energetically towards thinking about the person. When you think, what does thinking do? Creates a feeling. And then what do you feel? Let down. The 4 of Swords. 8. Someone's in love with a tarot reader. Or working on nothing. Or working from home, feeling drained and tired. You could have bipolar here. Queen of Cups. 3. Pisces, possible. The World. I'm in love with someone from a distance, and I cannot see them. I do not know who they are, but my intuition says I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so the Earth sign is watching. Watching. I have an eye. Do you have an eye? That's good. I have an eye on you. 'Cause I have a roving eye, and that is why. She satisfies my soul. So that would be the Two of Cups energy here. Could be Aquarius, Leo, Life Path 8 energy. 2, and then you've got fire sign and earth sign energy that's watching online here. Watching tarot online, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Keeping an eye on people's profiles, public profiles, pictures. This is someone that's also could have a lot of vanity, that posts a lot of pictures of themselves online here. Because this is like spying and seeing, so it's a person. Okay, so it's also thoughts, so it can also be vanity. I keep changing everything up about myself all the time and posting it up online of pictures. But a picture is false and fake. It's just a picture. It's not an actual person because they're not speaking or talking. So it's just a thought. It's a person. It's an image, basically. So my image is everything. It could be spitting image. It could be someone that makes up puppets and stuff. Or just like I have an image and this is me, but this is me in a mirror. Mirror, mirror, who is the fairest of them all? Cinderella. Cinder-fucking-rella. Okay, that's full of vanity, posting pictures of themselves all the time. Okay, so it could be self-obsessed, self-absorbed, trying to be desired, and if I keep doing that, someone will soon notice me. Okay? So I don't know what that's representing any of you, but it could be someone that has a lot of vanity. Okay? They like people to actually see them. That's why they post a lot of pictures. Because I like people to look at me. This person could be the one looking, but they also like people to look at them as well, because it means both. Okay? So I like everybody to see me, and I like everybody to see me at my best. I couldn't give a fuck, me, bruv, because I'm a geezer, and I never really do myself up. I'm just like, I'm me, I'm a human being, and I don't need to spend loads of money on vanity and clothes because I'm a geezer, bruv. I'm just like, oh, fuck that, I don't give a fuck. But it is a lot of women energy. Women kind of do a lot of that, right? Y'all do a lot of, like, vanity stuff, and, you know, which is, you know, it's good. It's not a bad thing, doing yourself up in order to be seen here. But you might be trying to do that in order to make someone else jealous here. I don't know. Because there's two women here, okay, and why are you looking at them but not me? Okay, so what's wrong with me? I need to do myself up, so you look at me. So it could be someone that's trying to tempt someone into desire by, oh, you look better than her or him. I look better than him or her. Okay, so it could be a lot of vanity of worrying about what someone looks like. But trust me, that's where Steve comes up with what everybody hates. The dime a dozen, sweetheart. Ooey gooey, soft and fucking metal hard in the middle of it. Okay, it might look great on the outside, but it's a dime a dozen in the middle. When you get stuck right inside it, you realise that it's rotten. Okay, sorry, but what I'm saying is that, you know, there is more to life than how someone looks. Okay, because look is what desires and attracts. That's why it's called attractive. Okay, so when you're looking, you're desiring, you're attractive, you pull in energy of what? Everybody wants it. When you got it, what do? You're a child. So, fuck, I don't want that anymore. It's not quite what I thought. It looks great, but it's fucked. Okay, because I've been messing about with it for so long, I've broke it and I want another one. Okay, so everything that looks silver and gold and shiny and all glitz and glam on the outside, when I get in the inside, I realise I've got to live with you, which is great because I can look at you every morning. But when I realise that you fucking pick your nose and fart and shit and everything else, and you cut your toenails all over the fucking floor, and that you're a woman and you farted, why that would bother anybody, I've got no idea, because I think that's great. But, you know, it's like, oh, you moan. Oh, you have periods. Where the fuck have you been? Oh, just out with the lads. Really? Yeah. Oh gosh, getting on my nerves. Right. So moaning like a bitch normally is stuff that you really don't want to do when you're around the lads, because lads can get very like, oh, I need to get away from your temper. Right. Queen of Wands. Bam. There you go. So you got clients, people watching, which is, well, everybody these days. Quick, somebody's looking at your phone camera. Cover it up with a piece of fucking tin foil. I think they're spying. I'm like, oh. Good. Give them something to look at, right? Get naked and just like, whee! What's it matter if the fucking world is watching you, man? The Wheel of Fortune. Good on them. I don't know, man. I'm sick to death of it. Some of you have just got a shit show, really, and you're just watching this for entertainment. So I think we've channeled some stuff and gone over whatever we have, right? Some of you are in a third party and it's all just there. It's not quite straightforward and it doesn't really do what it says on the tin. But it is a collective reading for a little bit of fun. It's basically just to me a way for me to earn a bit more money and hopefully get you to join Patreon, really. If I'm honest. Well, come on. I mean, you fucking want the truth, don't you? Yeah, I can't do this for nothing. So it is a bit of a laugh, it's a bit of a giggle, it's just a general have a look at everything. But if you would like the star signs, you would need to join Patreon, which is the full access bundle. Now you obviously do get star signs on here, but the majority of the weeklies, they're all on Patreon. So if you would like to see them, that is channeled, that is cards, that is love, thoughts, feelings, do's, don'ts, that's in the shadows, the vibration that's coming from actual people when we close the energy down and look at your star signs specific. Okay, then we also have the teaching tier, which is where I'm stuffing loads of stuff very soon. There's a load over there, but load more stuff going very soon, hopefully today, tomorrow, the next day, of loads of stuff that I have to go over that's been coming out through the channeled stuff over on Patreon, through the tarot. Then we take some of that, we look at it, and then we teach it into a teaching tier, okay? And then loads more. But if you would like to join, don't forget, look at your memberships. If you're a part of the full access bundle, go to your memberships tab, click on the teaching tier, and then that should just charge you the difference between the two from this one to this one. If not, just follow all of the examples of the video and the written work that is over there that tells you how to do it, okay? Anyway, please check out Angel Radio if you like me as a music producer. If you want to check out the vlog also, I've got a vlog load of stuff on the camera that I've got to edit as well at some point. But that will be going ahead when I have a little bit, because I've got to take a little bit more footage, but we've got a vlog going as well. That's all open. You can watch all of those. And we've got a music channel. You can follow that if you like. It is on here as well as the other one. But I don't know. It tells you all about it below. Thanks very much, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I'll hopefully see you in a couple of days if you are not on Patreon.